Welcome back to Titan Academy. In this video, we will cover the logs information in your Titan account. To access the logs, go to formtitan.com, log in, go to the Settings tab, and to the Logs sub-tab. Here you will see listed various records of log data about your integrations with Salesforce, your Titan account, and your usage. First, let's look at the integrations. The integrations will show records on information being pushed and pulled to Salesforce and requests being sent to Titan for various projects. You can filter these items, selecting an object in Salesforce. To filter these records, click the Select Object tab and pick from amongst the various Titan projects that you have. For example, I'll pick New Lead Example Submissions. This will filter the logs for records returned that are associated only with that project. You can filter for all messages, error messages, success messages, or warnings. I'll reset this now. Click on the Folder tab to export the logs. Here you can export to a Google Sheet in your Google account. Click on the gear to select various settings. Enable this to be sent an email when there's an error. Enable this checkbox to include the request data in an email. And enable this checkbox with additional email to be copied. I'll leave that disabled for now. Let's take a look at the kind of information that gets returned. These first few examples you see come from a project called New Lead Example Submissions. We show the form, the date and time that was done, the submission ID, the method, which is saving to submission, saving to Salesforce. You can have document generation, Titan sign, I see some more of these down here, and the tracking, etc. In the status code, you will see success, error, or warning, and in the message, you will see additional information about what was done. In this example here, we created a record ID. This is, I believe, a Salesforce push where we create a file, and if you click on the hyperlink, you will be taken to the affected record in Salesforce. For some other examples, let's find a Titan sign project. Here's one right here. We have the project ID, the date it was submitted. We have a link to the form submission. If we click on this, this will take us to the form dashboard in Salesforce, where you can see further information on the signature tracking process. You have a link to the record that was created in Salesforce. If you click on that and drill down into it, this is the Titan doc sign tracking information that was created in your Salesforce environment. All linked right here in the logs. That is the integrations tab. Under the account details, here you see information logged about administrative actions that have been taken in your account. For example, here, token granted for Salesforce, that means that someone granted access from Titan to Salesforce in the integrations tab. That was me earlier. Here's one where it was revoked. Example number 3, web project was updated. We get a date and time, an IP address. Further information, web project was updated, a project called New Lead Example Submissions. That was me doing updates on a project for another video. The fact that I updated that project and saved it is tracked in here. You will also see information about signing in. Here's one from this morning. User ID with this username, signed in at this time. Web project being updated, science project updated. Here's a change on the account setting. Someone changed the name. That was me on another video again. That's all logged here. Again, these are Titan org level changes and changes to projects in Titan. On the API option, this is where you will see information about both incomplete and completed API submissions. As this is a test account, I do not have any showing. For monthly usage, you can track by month your API usage and your DocGen usage. Figures that you see logged in here will count against your org limits, so be sure to monitor this. Finally, there is Live Trace. Live Trace is a tracking log that offers much more detailed information about interactions within Titan and Salesforce than what would be shown in the logs. This is useful if you need to debug something or if you need to find a source of heavy API usage. You will need to enable it. It will run for a period of 4 hours. At any point, you could come into the Live Trace and download the information. Click on the folder link. This will export it to Google. Authenticate your Google account. Give it a prefix. Let's just say sample. and we'll put it in a directory called test. The data will be exported. And if I go into my Google Drive, open up the sheet, and we see much more detailed log information there. And that is how it's done.